Check out this. This is called Gekabijin, which is kind of a porno store. And right, all the prices there. And right around the corner, what do you see? A porno shop, actually. This is actually a porno shop. This pink building. And then all the little 3-year-old kids. Nursery school. So, because that's how you cross the street. You raise your hand when you cross the street. That's how they're taught. That's how you cross the street in Japan if you're a little kid. Pretty cute, huh? Good morning, morons. It's Victor, King of the Morons, with Little Godzilla. We didn't get a video last night because this guy fell asleep early. And I didn't want to just shoot with a little dead baby next to me. That would have been unmoving, but I shouldn't say dead. That's me, right? What are you looking at, buddy? Okay. So this is the morning. He gets up usually about 6:30 sometimes and breastfeeds, right? And he goes back to sleep a little bit after that, right? We're both wearing green today. That's kind of cute, huh? Right. Okay. And yesterday, I want to tell you about our day yesterday. Yesterday, his mom's still having a tough time sometimes. She has high blood pressure and headaches. That's his crib over there. I pulled him out. We have a special crib where you can, one side is missing, right? That's his iPhone. One side is missing, so it's easy to grab out, and it's kind of connected to the bottom of the bed, so he doesn't fall. But anyway, yesterday we went to a nursery school, right? Just as a kind of kengaku. Kengaku means observation. But what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Somebody's got his attention. I don't know what. And it was interesting to see how some people. It's really hard to get into kindergarten, so apparently you have to make like reservations years ahead of time. And we wanted to see what they offered, so. And he was sleeping most of the time when we got there. But anyway, there's kind of one in our neighborhood, and I'll try to attach. I'll try to attach clips to the end of this video so you can see, but I want to blur them out a little bit so you can't. Are you pooping or something? So that you can't see any of the kids there. But I got to tell you, it looked like fun. It looked like fun. It looked like nursery school is fun. They were up to. They had the kids separated by groups, like from age 0, which is actually up to age 1. And then age 1 and age 2, age 3, age 4, I guess up to age, I think it was 5. But it was interesting in that the younger kids, they only allow 2 of the 1-year-olds in. And there are certain qualifications you have to have. For example, they have a checklist to make it very fair. Like if the dad works, you get a check. If the mom works, also you get a check, right? If the grandparents work, they get checks. So people who get the most checks have the highest chance of getting into the nursery school. So Yoko's parents are semi-retired. Her mom works, not because she, I guess, has to, because she wants to. I think it's good to keep busy. You hear stories about people who quit their jobs and then just die because they have no purpose to live anymore. Having a purpose to live is pretty important. People, by the way, if you're old and you have no purpose, no reason for living, get yourself a pet. Apparently, that's good. That'll help you. I wouldn't suggest a baby, because if you die, then if you die and you have a baby might like eat you or something. If you buy if you die and you have a dog and they eat you, it's not so bad. But you don't want to leave a baby, right, to eat you, right? Anyway, what are you looking around at? Huh? Maybe I should move my position so you can look at me. Want to look at me? Oh, there I am. Oh, I think I almost crushed you. Oh. Okay. So, we went to the kindergarten, and they only allow 2 0-age kids. And then they allow like 3 or 4 the next level. And it goes up and up until the last level is like 25. But when we walked in, man, it was pretty amazing. I mean, it's a really old kindergarten, nursery school / I guess. Oh man, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm trying to give him. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Oh no, there you go. Okay. So you guys had to see that. But anyway, we had kids are running around like crazy, and they have all this room to play. And they have like how many kids do they have there? I guess something like 50 kids, and they calculated out. It's like one teacher for every 3 kids. And of course, the youngest kids, it's like 1 to 2 in the classroom. So they had one room with like 5 kids and 2 teachers or something. And they'll change their diapers and stuff, and it's really cute. Like the kids are running around like crazy. Oh my god! I thought this is a tough job because kids are just running around in circles, literally nonstop. Like 1 or 2 kids were just running around in circles. Like that. He likes that. And the girls, all the little girls with the ponytails, and all the little kids are really cute. And kids are taking off their pants and running around naked, well, half their pants. But they look like they were having a lot of fun. And observing the way the teachers interacted with the kids, I was really impressed. Because your fear as a father is, what if one of these teachers is mean? Is mean to my little son or little daughter. But all these teachers just seem so happy to be with kids, and I gave a lecture, not a lecture, I gave a special class to a high school group a couple years ago, and I was impressed because the particular class I was teaching that day was the nursery school / kindergarten class, which means all those students were being not exactly trained, but we're heading in the direction of nursery school and kindergarten. So they're in high school. So there are apparently some high schools and it wasn't like a vocational school or anything, but there are some high schools here in Japan that their goal is to produce nursery school teachers, kindergarten teachers, and they teach them how to teach in high school, which is impressive. I don't think we have that in America. Do we? Do we have that kind of high school in America? Like grabbing on my ear, yeah? Oh dude. Okay, so that was interesting. What else? They had a backyard, really big backyard, enclosed. I think they called it an ente, which I'd never heard before. But luckily, because of the kanji, koen is N, and I can imagine that was the same. And koen is park, and N is part of the kanji, so I can picture in my head, which is really why you should study kanji if you're learning Japanese eventually. Yeah, and they have a super large ente, and they have teachers. They have teachers outside supervising as the kids are running around, and they're not running really fast. It's a little park, and they have their buckets and their sand, and they're making things and getting water, and they have little gardens where the kids are encouraged to plant things, and they draw pictures of what they planted and put pictures there, and they laminate them, and it's really, really cool. And they have all these, fun things, crafts that they make out of milk boxes, other things that we would call trash. But at first, my initial intention with this guy was, let's keep him at home as long as possible, right, with mommy, right, so he can develop really well with just us, teaching him. I thought, I'm going to teach you English and things like that, but now I'm having second thoughts. I don't know. But the other thing about this that might be interesting to you guys is that the amount of money you pay for tuition is based on your income, because it's government owned. And in Nagoya, where we live, the mayor, Kawamura, has apparently decreed that no child shall be without a home, because in Tokyo it's really hard to get. This is the weird thing. Japan is running out of kids, they say, right? But it's really hard to find spaces in nursery schools for kids. Like, they're all full. You have to sign up years ahead of time. And we were driving around, and we drove by another nursery school that looked really nice and fancy. My wife told me that's where your brother's kids went, which I had no idea. So I don't pay attention. You know, you guys don't pay attention to shit like that. So, and it was really fancy. But the thing is that it's kind of far. Like we could walk to the nursery. It's a bit of a walk, but we could walk to the nursery school where we went to visit. But in my brother's case, he would have had to have driven about an hour to get there. So I don't know why. I guess it must have been a private one. The one we went to today was public. So you still have to pay, but it depends on your income. But yeah, so going back to Kawamuda, the mayor of Nagoya, he said no child shall be left behind. All kids will have a space if they want it. But it's impossible. There's just not enough nursery schools. So they've created a different kind of a mini nursery school, which means you can open up a nursery school in your house if you have a small garden and or you are next to a public park that you can walk to. And apparently those offer they offer. Now of course teachers come to those places to supervise children, and they provide lunch and all that stuff. And the price is I guess the same. But because the kids have to walk to their parks, the kids apparently there get stronger. They take walks every day. They have to walk from the school to the park. And you'll see them walking around. I mean, I never knew that's why they were doing that, but you'll see like little groups in Japan of kids just walking around in groups, all wearing their little orange hats or yellow hats or blue hats, whatever. And sometimes things are color-coded and fruit-coded in the kindergarten. The classrooms are like, there was a melon group and a grape group and a cherry group. So I don't know if they have cherry group. Oh, I'm sleeping. And I believe I know they do this in high school. They color-code the kids' shoes. So if their shoes are blue, it means they're the first year, and if they're green, they're second year. And they keep those color codes throughout their lifetime. So every year the meaning changes. So if a kid buys blue shoes when he's a freshman, he will always have blue shoes. But every year, he'll mean something different. Right? The first year it means he's a freshman, second year it means he's a sophomore. And that way the teachers in the school know what kid is at what level, but strangers wouldn't know. Right? Kids have name tags. Futa, I guess. I think we talked about this in a video with some of them. Kids have name tags on them. I think there was some issue about that because other strangers would know what other kids' names are. But Japan is an extremely safe place. You see kids that are tiny, really small by themselves taking the subway, which is always like just a shock to me. That's something that, being an American, I'm paranoid about. I can't imagine leaving this guy. Take the subway alone when he's 3 years old. But I don't think I've ever seen a kid that small. But I've seen him like 5 or 6 for sure. It's really weird. But the other thing is that's one of the times when other parents are more protective, more they'll say something, they'll watch them to make sure that they're safe because they're so cute. Everyone's like, oh, that's cute. Everyone kind of keeps their eyes on them, right? Oh, here's a little minor. That's basically the talk of the kindergarten. I'll add some information to the end. I mean, some video to the end of the kindergarten. And I've pixelated out a little bit so you get the general idea of the atmosphere, but you won't see anyone's face. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Say bye. Say bye, buddy. No? Bye-bye. Hello. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm gonna go now. Look at that. Look at that, buddy. Night-night. Look at that chain.
でプール、幼児のプールはあそこです。
ああ、プールもあるんだ。
で
プールあるの？
プール後で上にあるので、
上に？
上に君が入ると過ごす部屋があります。こんな感じなんですけど、
自分たちで植えて。
そうです。子供たちが3、4、5歳になると育てて収穫してこれをクッキングします。ピザ、餃子の皮にピーマン乗せてオーブン焼いて餃子ピザを作ったり、いろいろクッキングしますね。じゃがいもとか収穫するときはカレーライスとか。今日は
みんな遊んでるね。
を収穫して今日給食で最後のスナックエンド食べるんですけど、もう何回も食べて。そうね、全部やります。
楽しそうじゃない？
ね、楽しそう。
とても年間計画をきちんと立てて、こういう子どもたちにとって会議の話し合いをして、きちんと昨日話し合いしたばっかなんですけど、25人が同じ方向を向いて取っていく。じゃあ見る方をお願いしますね。
これ子供用の階段。そっちはそういうさっき話した6歳ぐらいの子供かな。6歳子供今見るやつでしょ。0歳。
ちょっと数人で遊んだりとかします。今この子たちが1歳なので、1歳から1個お兄ちゃんがね、ということです。
1歳になるとあんな走るんだね。
そうですね。